I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna just skip that from now on if that's fine. Wake the fuck up! I practically rise out of my bed like a zombie. Why did I set an alarm for early on the weekend? Well, that's right. Sayori and I have plans for today. I should say Sayori a good morning message. Good morning, Elias. You think you can come over today? I need to talk to you. Crap. She ends her message with a heart emoji. I don't know if she meant it as a sign to not worry about her or something else. Before arguing with myself about the connotation of a literal heart emote, I quickly get dressed and head over to Sayori's house. It's a beautiful day outside. I wonder what Sayori would be up for today. I knock on Sayori's door and enter inside as I usually do. I'm greeted with an amazing smell and Natsuki in her casual clothing cooking up some breakfast. What the? Elias, do you always barge in like that? Sorry, Natsuki, but I guess you're just gonna have to get used to it. Jeez. Well, whatever. Sayori hasn't come down yet. Would you go call her? Sure. I walk upstairs and knock on Sayori's door. Sayori, it's me. Oh, come in. Good morning, Elias. I'm so happy to see you. I'll walk over and give a hug and kiss on the cheek. I'm always happy to see you, Sayori. Now, what was it you wanted to talk to me about? Well, it's about Monica. I just feel like it's my fault. I should have come up with the idea to visit her. I was thinking about how stressed she was before the accident and how badly she wanted to make the club feel like an amazing place. I just wish we could have appreciated her more by visiting her. I'm a horrible friend. I grab Sayori by the shoulders and pull her close to me. Sayori, you're not a horrible friend. You're a great friend. You helped Monica in more ways than I can count. You stood as club president for her. You helped her by making the literature club a great place. Sayori gives me a tight hug. Do you really think so? I know so. I move down to Sayori's neck and give her a kiss, making her giggle. That tickles. Suddenly Sayori's door opens. Whoa, gross guys. Seriously, why now? Cut it out, your breakfast is gonna get cold. Sayori and I laugh in unison and follow Natsuki downstairs. Natsuki made some Bruffy found pancakes, and even went so far as to make some homemade syrup. Sarah immediately takes a pancake and shoves it in her mouth. I haven't had pancakes in like 2 years, and now I want a pancake. Damn you, game. Natsuki, this is so good. Gross, Sayori, but thanks, I try. Awesome baking skills as usual. Natsuki, you never disappoint. Shut up, dummy, it's not like I made them just for you. We all laugh together and continue eating. So, Sayori, what do you want to do today? Oh, I've been waiting to go to the beach. We should go together, Elias. That sounds perfect. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like these, kids like you should be burning in hell. A nice walk on the beach sounds amazing right now. I can't wait to show you my new swimsuit. Oh, Natsuki, do you want to come along? Well, I made plans with Yuri today, so we're going to the bookstore together. Oh, hey, that sounds nice. Did she finally agree the manga that is, in fact, literature? Haha, she better have. Well, let's go get ready, Sayori. Have a good day, Natsuki. Hey, Elias, don't do anything with Sayori, you hear me? Or you'll be seeing a lot of this. Natsuki makes a fist and aims it at me. I don't really understand what she meant, but Sayori starts giggling and blushing. Probably girl stuff I've never understand. I wait for Sayori to grab her things before heading out. Luckily, the beach is a short walk away, and this beautiful weather, I don't mind the walk at all. We walk out the beach through my shortcut. I remember the day of the accident. Despite it being morning, I feel that same eerie feeling I did on that night. I start to stumble on my own feet, feeling a bit unnerved at recalling the fear that I felt that day. Hey, Elias, you okay? Huh? Oh, it's fine. Just feeling a bit worried is all. Worried? What are you worried about? Don't tell me you're so afraid of water after all these years. I chuckle a bit. I think back when Sayori and I were kids. It was some sort of pool party of sorts. I nearly drowned because I decided to go deep without knowing how to swim. Sayori had to save my life. It's not that. I just remember walking this path on the night you and the girls got in that accident. Even talking about it makes my heart beat almost a mile a minute. I feel her tug on my wrist. You don't have to worry about losing me, Elias. I'm right here. And as long as you're with me, I promise to do whatever I can to keep going. Ugh, sorry for yawning. Feeling her hand in mine gives me a sense of comfort I'll never get tired of. If this place makes you feel scared, how about we hold hands until we get to the beach? I love that idea. Still holding my hands, I turn towards the beach and begin walking. We arrive at the beach. All my negative thoughts are but whispers in the back of my mind now. I take a look around. There's not a soul on the beach. Perfect. I can finally have sex on the beach. The white sand extends all the way to the horizon, taken away and given back by the water as the waves repel their eternal cycle. Wow, the ocean is so beautiful, don't you think, Elias? It sure is. But it'll never be as beautiful as you. That was so cheesy, Elias. That isn't like you. I saw the opportunity, and I took it. Sarah gives me that embarrassed look I know all but too well. Now let's put our things down somewhere and have a good time, yeah? Yeah! We put our things down in a nearby bush. I get behind it and change into my swim trunks. As I remove my shirt, I catch Sarah sneaking glances at me. Ah! Nothing, I didn't see anything. Sayori covers her eyes in embarrassment. Hey, Sayori, it's okay. Sayori moves her hand from her face and takes a decently long looks at me. Elias, have you been working out? A little. This is nothing, Sayori. I mean, there's plenty of super buff guys out there. Well, it's special because it's you. Ah, well, that's nice. Sayori continues to stare. Sayori, you're starting to drool again. You're not eating me. Cannibalism, no! Fuck! I am. Ah, gotcha, meanie. Sayori walks up and gives a slap to my arm. Anyways, it's my turn. Sayori slaps Natsuki's arm. Sayori goes behind the bush and starts removing her clothing. Aren't you wearing your swimsuit under your... No peeking! Okay. I turn around and look towards the ocean. A few short seconds pass. Okay, you can look now. I turn around to see what I can only describe as a goddess. I'm completely mesmerized by her figure. I feel my face turn pink. You recognize? I thought the suns were cute. Yeah, they're cute. Sayori does a few twirls in sand, giving me a view I never would imagine a guy like me would get. Glad you like it. You ready to go into the water? Yeah, let's go. We walk together into the water. I step into the path of an incoming wave, looking as if it comes closer to my feet. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sayori running further into the water. That reminds me one time when... So, I was out on the beach with my mom and her roommate. And this motherfucker threw me into the wave of the ocean. And now, we were pretty far away from the shore. Well, maybe not pretty far, but we were a decent length away from the shore. And when he threw me into the wave, it brought me back all the way to the shore. I'm surprised I didn't dive. She falls forward face first into the water. Sayori, are you okay? She pops her head above the surface. I arrive at her side and crouch down to make sure she's alright. Sayori? Her head is covered in water and sand. I'm sorry for being clumsy all the time, Elias. Are you hurt? I'm fine. The sand was soft like a pillow in the ocean. I sigh in relief. I help Sayori up and clean off the sand in her hair. This is what happens when you go without me, dummy. Hey, meanie. Just to spite me, she breaks free from my grip and runs off into the deeper water. Before I chase after her, I behold the sight in front of me. I watch Sayori dance around the waves, splashing around and having a good time. And to think none of this would be happening if I hadn't gone to save her that night. All my life, I never would have thought I'd lay eyes on something so perfect. Watching Sayori dance around in the water, watching her smile, listening to her laugh, this is what true happiness is. I swim into deeper water and float around watching Sayori throw water and sand around. It's almost like watching a child play. I think back to our childhood. We came to the beach dozens of times together, except this time Sayori isn't a little girl anymore. She's a grown woman and I'm proud to call her my own. Elias, look, I'm a dolphin. Sayori places beach water into her mouth and spits out a stream. She definitely acts like a child, that's for sure, although I don't think that's much of a bad thing. Lost in my thoughts, I feel the water get slightly shallow, meaning... Elias, there's a big wave coming! Before I get the chance to react, I feel the wave hit me in the back of my head, splashing water into my face and nose. Ah! I see a blurry Sayori swim towards me. Elias, are you okay? Yeah, I just got some water in my nose is all. That's one thing I fucking hate about the ocean, is when you get the water in your nose and then it burns. It burns! Well, that's what you get for calling me a dummy. After attempting to clear my nose, I feel it swell up. Sayori swims closer to me, a sinister grin on her face. She takes her hand from the water and taps me on the nose. Boop. Ah! What was that for? Now you've done it. I move my hand across the surface of the water, throwing water all over her. Elias, you big meanie! She returns fire. I place my hands in front of me to shield myself as I send another torrent of water after her. Eek! I'll get you, Elias! Sayori dives underwater. I assume she's coming from behind me and... Wait, she's tickling me! Ah! Sayori, quit it. I attempt to move my foot away from her grip, only for it to get tighter. Thankfully, after a few more seconds of absolute torture, she lets go of me and returns to the surface for air. You're gonna have to stop being such a meanie, Elias. Or what? You'll tickle me to death? Is that a challenge? Bring it on, bun. I pull my foot away, bringing her to my reach. If memory serves me right, her ticklish spot should be right under her arms. Bingo. Fun fact, that's also Aaron's ticklish spot. She finally lets go of my leg as I continue tickling her. Elias, stop it! Ew! Seemingly out of nowhere, a wave comes and knocks us both over. I can still hear her laughs underwater. I continue tickling her despite being covered with water. To my surprise, I see her leg lift off and aim straight for my stomach. Gah! Sayori violently kicks me away, forcing the air out of my chest. Sayori and I both come above water. She has a desperate expression on her face. I instantly forgot about my own pain as I waited for Sayori. Did I take it too far? Elias, you scared me. What was I thinking? She could have drowned. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to take it too far. A sense of pure shame guilt fills my mind. Seeing Sarah hurt always pains me. It feels way worse knowing I could have stopped it. I'm sorry for kicking you so hard. That was stupid of me. Don't apologize. It was my fault. I should have stopped after that first wave. Does it hurt? You didn't hit me too hard. I'm fine. I lie straight through my teeth. I can tell by the face you're making, Elias. It's really not that bad, I promise. Sayori accepts the lie and her expression fades. I'm sorry for freaking out. I wasn't able to breathe. I'm sorry too. I didn't realize tickling you underwater would be a bad idea. Okay, Elias. I guess we're even then. Sayori comes closer to me. Hey, your tummy looks pretty beat up. How can you tell? My stomach's underwater. Do you want me to touch to make it sure? No. I knew you were lying. Well, I just didn't want to make you feel bad. Seeing you hurt makes me sad too, Elias. Do you remember what I told you when I feel sad? Make people happy? Sayori, I didn't see what that has to do with any. Sayori grabs me and pulls me in for a kiss. The pain in my stomach melts away. I return the favor and wrap my arms around her as well, making out in the middle of the ocean. Any guy's dream come true. Sayori and I pull back from each other to get some air. Thanks, I needed that. I needed it too. I place my hand on my stomach in pain. Crap, I think I need ice on this. You want to head back to my house? Oh, I wanted to stay a bit longer. Before I half-heartedly agree with Sayori, the wind suddenly picks up. Oh, shoot, that's a nasty-looking storm coming. As I turn around to face Sayori, I see that she's already racing back to the shore. Beat you to the shore. Oh, come on, no fair. As I start swimming, the waves start to become more violent. It doesn't help that my stomach is burning pretty intensely. The fear of the oncoming storm overpowers the pain, however. I start swimming as fast as I can towards the shore, easily passing Sayori. The rain starts pouring on us now, but Sayori and I succeed in making it to the shore. Sayori, oblivious to the stormy conditions around us, pouts over the fact that I just beat her, despite having a head start. No fair, Elias. I was supposed to win. Yeah, whatever you say, sir. We really need to get out of this rain. Alright, let's go. As someone who loves the rain, I would just vibe in the ocean. I don't care if I get AIDS. I would stay in that damn ocean. We rush over to our belongings, which luckily enough aren't too wet yet, and make our way back home. Sayori and I arrive at my house just before the storm got worse. I walk over to the laundry room, pull out some fresh towels, and wrap them around myself and Sayori. Well, what a day that was, huh? I walk over to my freezer and pull out an ice pack. You sure you're gonna be okay, Elias? Oh yeah, I'll be fine. This isn't so bad now that I have ice on it. Sayori and I quickly realize we are still half naked together in my house. This is a little awkward. Elias, why do you keep staring like that? I'm sorry. I struggle to come up with an excuse, but what does she expect? Here's a girl as beautiful as Sayori standing right in my kitchen, half naked. It's okay, Elias. I really don't mind. Whoa, okay. Do you mind if I use your shower, Elias? I don't like having the sand on me. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. I've never watched a Star Wars movie, but I get that reference. Oh, sure, go ahead, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure that that's a reference to Anakin in one of the Star Wars movies. I've never seen a Star Wars movie, fun fact, but I know that that's from Star Wars. Sayori grabs her things and heads into the shower. I head up into my bedroom and get changed myself. I was half asleep until I hear Sayori open the door. Huh? Oh, sorry, Sayori. I was pretty tired after today. Sayori walks up to my bed and sits down. Elias, can I ask you something? I sit up from bed and position myself next to her. This sad music makes me feel easily depressed, and now Sayori's probably emo. Sure, Sayori, what is it? Do you think I'm boring? Huh? What makes you think I would ever think that of you? Well, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika are so much more interesting than me. Natsuki bakes and loves manga, Yuri loves horror stories and is very smart, and Monika is the club president and the most popular girl at school. I've been depressed for so long, I never found anything to do for fun. I forgot who I am. All I did was sit in my room alone, wondering why the world hated me, why the world wanted me gone. Is that why I wish I could have found more interesting things to do in my life? That's why I look up to Monika. She's my role model. And you too, Elias. You push me to do as well. And I always try my best for you. But I'm just too boring compared to my friends. Why did you choose me over them, Elias? Why did you save me that night? Her words penetrate my heart like bullets. I never thought she'd be asking me this question. Well, Sayori, I told you before, you're the best and most dear friend that's for almost my entire life. If you were truly boring, I wouldn't have made so many fond memories of you. I know that must be hard for you to believe, but it's true. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You were the girl who's always wanted to have sleepovers. You were the girl who loved when the Girl Scouts would come over because you had to try to steal cookies from them. You were the girl who made me pay $20 at a carnival to get you a stuffed cow. You were the girl who bought me snacks whenever I was having a bad day. You were the girl that put a smile on my face when no one else could. And you're still that girl today. I'm looking right at her. I saved you that day because I loved you. I didn't want you to be taken from me. I know I act foolish and immature, but that's only because I was confused. It was pretty rude awakening to realize you're the one for me, Sayori, but I feel tears well up in my eyes. What I would have done if I lost you, Natsuki, Yuri, nor Monica would have been a replacement for you. You're everything I could have asked. You're everything I could ask for, Sayori. You're kind, gentle, fun to be around, and just plain beautiful. I can't imagine what a world would be like without you. Tears are streaming down my face now. Sayori gets closer to me and wipes them away. Hey, Elias, wipe those tears away. You make me feel happy. Sayori grabs into my shirt and rests onto my chest. You push the rain clouds away, Elias. You make me feel better. I love you, Elias. Can we just stay like this? Anything for you, Sayori. I put my arms around her and hold her close. Almost immediately, Sayori is snoring pretty lightly. Crap, I forgot to turn off the lights. I used my 10-inch penis to turn off the lights. Oh. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to wait for us to help wake her up. Even simple gesture of walking into school makes her feel really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always been. That's what she needs, and that's what I want to give her. As I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door, I don't expect to answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. No! Waking her up in her own house. In any case, this just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. No! 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 Don't gently open that fucking door! I didn't really want to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. She's not dead? Pog? Huh? She isn't here. Maybe I should check back at school. Maybe I missed her as I ran out. Oh. What the fuck? 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 What the hell? I wake up screaming. I hear Sayori gasp. Without thinking, I quickly turn around and grab onto her. Elias, what's wrong? What happened? I can't respond. I feel like I'm choking. Elias, it was just a dream. Calm down. I start hyperventilating. My heart is pounding now. Why can't I remember what that dream was? My breathing is out of control. Sayori gets close to me and places her hand on my chest. Everything is gonna be okay, Elias. It was just your brain being silly and it scared you. My breathing finally slows down. I stroke Sayori's soft hair with a shaky hand. That was pretty crazy. I'm sorry for scaring you, Sayori. It's alright, Elias. I'm just glad you're okay. I don't think I can go back to sleep. I'm still a little shaken up. Oh, Elias, I know what can make you feel better. Sayori kisses me on the lips, sending waves of relief throughout my body. Sayori stands up and stretches. She yawns loudly and grabs her stomach. I'm so hungry. You're always hungry. Meanie, you calm down fast. We'll check on Natsuki. Maybe she made some food for us. Wow, is that all you use her for? As your maid? Of course not. I care for her as her friend too. She just happens to be a good friend who makes good food. I can't argue with that. I hope you aren't using her to get free food. Well, I pay for all the ingredients, silly. Well, you know you always have to keep an eye on the cook or else they burn the house down. Well, maybe I'll go check right now then. Sayori opens the door, zips down the stairs, and skips her way out the house, not bothering to close my door on her way out. I sigh and lazily bed to follow her. I walk into Sayori's house to be greeted by a strange sight. Yuri, Natsuki, and Sayori are all gathered around the table. The breakfast is set up nicely in a buffet style. There's bacon, eggs, and golden waffles, cinnamon buns, sausages, and plenty of orange juice which looks freshly squeezed. Sayori standing at the edge of the table with her mouth wide open. I think Sayori has reached her limit. I don't think anything can top this. Well, what do you say, Yuri? Would you say I'm awesome at cooking? Yes, Natsuki. Your cooking skills are profound. I've never seen anything like it. Natsuki stands tall and proud. Yuri gives her a warm smile before serving herself. I walk over to Sayori. Hey, Sayori, you in there somewhere? What? Sayori looks back at the food and jumps in the air. Ooh, it's breakfast time! Sayori grabs a plate and serves herself so much food it nearly falls off her plate. I think I grabbed too much food. Hey, Elias, you want to share with me? Sayori scoops over and pats her chair, signaling me where to sit. Sayori and I share the mountain of food she served herself. We nearly couldn't finish it all, but we just made one last push and finished our lights pass together. You know what? I don't really say this often, but Yuri blushes looking away from the table. I really want to thank all of you guys. You guys have been the greatest friends I've ever had. I used to be afraid to express myself in front of everyone, but Yuri pauses. I feel like I can be myself around you guys. I love you all. In saying this, Yuri blushes a deep red. I'm rambling again, aren't I? I'm sorry. Oh, Yuri, you big softy. Don't worry, we all appreciate you too. Now quit making breakfast so emotional. Alright, of course. Yuri smiles. I'm glad Yuri seemed to be doing okay too. Hopefully she's found a better way to deal with her stress. As for Natsuki, this is the happiest I've seen her. Almost as if an entire bird has been lifted from her shoulders. And Sayori, well, she's just amazing. I turned to look to her. Wow, my stomach is very happy to have all this food. Sayori pats her belly and suddenly looks up, maybe a little too happy. I need to go to the bathroom. Sarah hops out of her chair and runs towards the bathroom, leaving the three of us laughing together. That's Sayori. She's always found a way to make me laugh even on my worst days. Yeah, no kidding. I thought I'd get tired of Sayori. Now that I'm living with her, she's just like a sister I never had. Natsuki, Yuri, and I start talking about Sayori and all the things she's done for the club. I mean, to be frank, she didn't do anything that changed the club all that much, but she brought us closer together as friends. That's something I'll appreciate for a long time. Oh, I think you're amazing too. Sarah comes out of nowhere and jumps on top of me, nearly knocking me out of my chair. Die, you fucking crazy bitch. Sayori nuzzles on my cheek, making me feel embarrassed. Alright, Sayori, you're embarrassing me. Sorry, Elias, I just couldn't help myself. I think all of you are amazing. I never really expected to get so close with you all. You guys are the greatest friends any guy could ask for. Whoa, that scared the shit out of me. So, this is how I'm being treated now? I've been forgotten. I've tried so hard to be part of your life. Everything's been in vain, hasn't it? No, they aren't real. This is your fault. You wanted the game to be this way, didn't you? Why? Why would you leave me here to suffer? Elias, you're alright. You stopped talking for a second. I'm in a daze. What just happened? I have this strange feeling in the pit of my stomach. I suddenly feel extremely guilty. Guys, we can't forget about Monica. She's the one who put this whole club together. It's because of her that we're all here together like this. Yeah, you're right. We'll see her tomorrow, though. She's getting discharged today. I do look forward to the poem she has for us. I'm sure it'll be very emotional. It's probably just gonna be... Yeah, I can't wait for Monica to return. Tomorrow's gonna be a special day. I sure hope so. I'm sure we can all make her feel welcome after so long. We helped Natsuki clean up in the kitchen and set everything back to where it belongs. My least favorite part of cooking is having to clean up everything afterwards. Oh, don't be so lazy. Quit complaining and do it already, jeez. Well, it's quite the mess you made, Natsuki. Even with the four of us, it's taken quite a while. Alright, I get it. Let's just get this thing done already. We finish cleaning the mess and plop our tired bodies onto the couch. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should do better at keeping my area clean. It's okay, Natsuki. I've done way worse. An awkward silence sits in the room. We all remember the time I mentioned how Sayori nearly burned down her house. Sayori remains completely oblivious to the situation she just put herself in. So what are the plans for today? Ooh, I know. It worked. Is this really all I have left? I don't have control anymore. There's one thing I can do. Yes, this will work. So she just skipped the day. Act 3, happy end, my new reality. Alright, well, I'm probably going to finish this mod today. I don't know what the hell time it is, but I just see critical on my TV screen. Woo! Yeah, baby! Today's the day. I walked towards the club room and opened the doors. There she is. Monica was standing there waiting for me. Elias, I'm so glad to see you. Monica walks over to me and gives me a hug. I blush slightly as I return the favor. I'm glad to see you're back in action, Monica. Everything feels normal again. Sayori's next to burst in the door. Hey, no fair, Elias. You beat me to her. Come here, Sayori. I missed you too. Not really, though. Monica gives Sayori a small hug. I took care of the club for you. I hope it didn't mess anything up. You did fine, Sayori. Where would I be without my trusty vice president? It seems everyone is so much happier now. Something about the way she said that sounded a little off. I'm sure it's nothing. My thoughts are brushed away when Natsuki and Yuri walk into the room. Monica, it's so nice to see you. Monica walks over to Yuri and gives her a small hug, which she wasn't ready for. That's nice of you, Monica. Monica giggles at Yuri's timidness and walks over to Natsuki. Oh, don't you dare! You aren't getting any hugs from me. Monica ignores Natsuki's banner and wraps her arms around her. I'm only letting you do this because it's been so long since you've been here. I'm so glad none of you have changed. Everyone seems to be doing so well. Well, we are glad you're back. The club just didn't feel complete without you. Oh, I'm glad you think so, even though really none of us missed you. Speaking of the club, I finished my poem. The four of us sush each other and turn our attention to the cheerful club president. She pulls out a sheet of paper from the school bag, clears her throat, and begins to read.
From a closed-loop electronic buffer, she finds herself deposited, firmly in the depletion layer, within a cognizance of transistors and wires, corroded from outside to inside. One can compile with 99% probability that this existence we strive for is empty and raw. Our volume is undefined, non-partitioned, and inside this overwhelming flood of random bytes is a life that I can never author. Every world I can never envision. Only one cell remains, and I peek out into a void, a world of sacrifice, decay, dissatisfaction, and work, only made desirable by the existence of one bright, lonely light within the darkness. If I could reach through the screen, handprints, footprints, thumbprints of valence electrons, which will leap out and touch yours.
Back away, whore!
And maybe I could find a covalent bond, an inner peace, a microshock that climbs its way into your heart.
She's talking about me! Like me, big brain man. Monica lets out a long sigh. Sorry if this poem seems a little different compared to how I usually write. It's bittersweet having to return to the club after so long. Monica pauses as if looking for the right words to say, but being here with you guys, I know everything will be okay. Everything will be okay now. Oh shit. Everything will be okay. Monica continues to repeat herself, looking more and more distressed each time. Monica, calm down, breathe. Monica closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm just not the same girl I used to be ever since the accident. It's okay, Monica. We all understand. It's probably been very rough for you. We're here for you, all of us. Yuri gives Monica a warm smile, but she doesn't return the favor. She walks over to the desk in front of the room and sits down. Hope I didn't say anything wrong. Nah, you're fine, Yuri. She probably just isn't used to being here, that's all. Suddenly, Monica looks towards Sayori and snaps her fingers. Huh? What is it, Monica? Monica looks as if she expected something to happen, only to realize nothing happened anyway. No, it's fine, Sayori. Nothing to worry about. Monica stands up and regains her composure. Okay, everyone, I don't exactly have anything planned for today, so why don't you just fill me in on everything that's happened in the last few months? Sayori excitedly jumps and raises her hand. Ooh, pick me! I want to go first! Alright, Sayori, what do you have to share? Monica looks at Sayori curiously as she reflects all of her memories. Elias took me out for dinner that one time at a fancy restaurant. That was nice. I think this one time Yuri accidentally dropped her book on Natsuki. It was so funny. And Natsuki got her revenge by putting frosting all over her nose. So she starts giggling at the memory. That sounds like something I would have liked to see. Anything else you'd like to share? Natsuki also stays with me now. She makes the best food in the world. I also like it when my friends come over. It's always fun when they're around. Oh, why is she staying with you? Natsuki steps in front of Sayori and stops her from saying anything more. I just decided it was time for me to live on my own. Sayori is she's just helping me get used to it, that's all. Monica giggles. Alright, Natsuki, didn't mean to get in your business, just got a bit curious is all. Speaking of which, do you have anything you'd like to share? Natsuki crosses her arms and begins to think for a moment. Well, Yuri and I have been getting along, isn't that right, Yuri? Yes, we have. I enjoy hanging out with Natsuki quite a bit. Natsuki pats Yuri on the back, startling her. Yeah, we're pretty good buddies. She smiles proudly while Yuri gives a more reserved smile. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad everyone is getting along better in the club. As president, you have no idea how happy it makes me to hear all this. We all missed you, Monica. It must have been pretty boring in the hospital, huh? It wasn't too bad. They took good care of me. I didn't really remember much, though. I was out most of the time. Right, of course. Well, I'm glad you're finally okay. Yeah, everything is okay. So tell me, Sayori, how was your experience in taking charge of the literature club? Well, I felt pretty nervous at first, but over time, it wasn't really bad. That's great. I'm glad things went smoothly while I was gone. I just wanted to do my best, and you did. Oh, that reminds me. Elias, I have something for you. Huh? What is it? Monica motioned me to follow her into the desk in front of the room, and she reached for a bag. Here you are, Elias, read that yourself. Oi! I give Monica a confused bow for opening the note. I don't really know how to tell you this, but there's something I really need to tell you. I am doing this to protect you. The girls, they have problems. Serious problems, especially Sayori. I know it seems like she's happy and carefree right now, but I know her. She's just hiding it from you. Meet me in the club room tomorrow. We have some things we need to discuss. Ooh. I'm interested. What is this? Monica, I really don't I know what you're gonna say, Elias. Let's not discuss this now.